Hi everyone. So in episode 1, I'll be covering a basic camera and lighting setup using 3ds Max. So you want to start by having obviously your source object. In my case, I've used a Hydra and I've applied a chamfer to it. The next thing you want to do is go to a perspective view and create the desired view that you want to render or light. Then you want to go to the Create tab, go to Cameras and create Physical Camera from View. This will create a camera based on the perspective view that you're in. As you can see, that target camera there to the left. You then want to go to the Hierarchy tab, go to Link Info, and you want to lock those tabs. What this will do is lock that camera in place just to ensure that you don't move it by accident. Double check that you've locked all components of the camera. I haven't here, so I'm just going to go through and lock the target object as well. Okay, once you've done that, you've got your view set up. Then we're going to want to go over to the plane tab and create a plane just so we can have a floor for the render. And then of course adjust that plane to fit the extents of the camera view that we have made. Then we'll duplicate that plane holding down Shift and dragging. In this case, we'll just make a copy. And we'll then go ahead and rotate this just to create also a backdrop as well. So right click, rotate, and 90 degrees to the Y direction. All right. And then just slightly adjusting that, bringing it forward a bit just so we can combine the two planes just to not get any unwanted shadows. All right, that's looking good so far. Maybe up a little bit. All right, and that's our basic camera view setup. So you'll have your target object, your camera, your backdrop, and your floor. Then I'm just going to highlight those and freeze them just so I don't accidentally click them or move them. Now, in our physical camera view, we're then going to go to the Environment tab. This is where we'll create a lighting environment for our scene. So 3ds has its own predetermined setups and environment lights you could use. You can also download your own. In this case, I'll just use Palermo Square. And you can see there that that's your HDRI environment. And if you click Render Preview, you'll see a little preview of how your render could potentially look. Then you're going to want to go down to your render setup. I'm just going to use the built-in Arnold render for this one, just because it's free. Then you want to just make sure your output size is relatively small, just so you can see how it's going to look. I picked 1080 by 1080. And here it just shows other settings like your output settings where you want to render your file to, and any other settings you like. Just go ahead and click render and it'll open up the render viewport in which you can see your target object. If you zoom in, you'll render that portion of the screen first. So if you want to see an aspect of your render quicker, just in case you've made any changes, they will be there. And that is the render setup. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that for now, and thank you.